Good morning, it's Nancy. Today, again, just like every other day, I decided I need to go to church, and I stopped overnight at this spot. I'm at Lavonia exit. Guess you can't get there from here. And I'm gonna head to church in Hartwell. I think that should be interesting.
Then turn left on Georgia 59.
There's no U-turn, so I guess I can't go that way. So I'll have to do it down here, I guess. Lavonia Foods. So today is February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Of course, by the time you get this, it'll be, you know, like spring. Okay, let's see if we can find our road.
Recalculating. Continue 0.2 miles. Then turn left onto I-85 North.
Okay, it says I shall be there in 10 minutes.
Turn left onto I-85 North.
Yes, newbie, I shall. There's the road. It's got medians in this road. Experience last night. I thought, oh, I'll go to a Motel 6 or whatever. I think I'll go and try and find something cheap, you know, $30 or something, $29. And so I drove back to this exit. I guess it was Greenville. Is that the town that we just went through yesterday? And I saw signs, $29.99 or $27.99. I thought, okay, I'll go in here. So I go there and I look through the door. The doors are locked, the main lobby doors, and it says use side window. I look through the door and there's these two nice living room chairs that are kind of sunken, looking a little shabby. The whole place is looking a little shabby. The doors are not very clean. I look through this window, which is also quite not clean. I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, I mean, most of these hotel rooms are just about the same. And so they look LDS. So I go ahead and ask for a room, and the sign says no refunds, and there's this symbol, a police symbol in the corner, and I said, why do I use the window? Like, why is this thing instead of coming inside? And she looks at me like I'm crazy and says, it's dark.
In 1 mile, take exit 177 on right.
And
77 south.
Anyway, the long and the short of it is, I get this key for the room, and then I go over to reeks of smoke. And you know, on the way to the room, there's some kind of shady-looking characters. I know, judge not, but you don't judge, you get in trouble sometimes. I asked her when I left, I said, is my car going to be safe here? You know, if you've got this all locked up like this. And she pushes this little wooden tray out to me. The tray is all beat up. And it's, the paint is coming off. And, you know, she just must be really worried about something for them to do this. Anyway, I go and open the door and it reeks of cigarette smoke, and I go back. Forget this, I'm not doing this.
Turn right on Georgia 366.
So I went back and asked if I could. I said, I don't want to stay here. And she says, okay. And so she gives me a refund. I thought, you know, it says no refunds. And I thought, well, maybe that's, you know, they don't want to give a refund if somebody's been there half an hour or an hour or something.
Drive 10 miles on Georgia 366.
Anyway, that was my little experience. So I got back in the car and I got out of Dodge. Thought, if I go along out in the country, whatever kind of ne'er-do-wells are in this city, there might not be so many of them out of town. So I went on until I got to Lavonia. Oh, you know, I saw a truck in the ditch. I mean, that really inspired me. When I had gotten out of that place, I thought, forget it, I'm not getting a place, I'm going home. I'll just make the rest of the trip. But I didn't want to arrive at my mom's late, because she goes to bed real early. You know how it is with older folks. But then I was talking to my dear Dina on the phone, and she said, Nancy, you need to go get a place. I'm worried about you. Go stay somewhere. How pretty it is here. This is Hartwell, Georgia. Anyway, so, and then I see a big tractor-trailer truck in the median with police officers around it. And the road is kind of black. I thought it looked just kind of wet, but I guess it must have been black ice. Anyway, that was that. Next stop, I'm getting a place, I said, and so I did. So here I am now, morning after, Sunday morning, and I'm headed off to church. I think I need the Savior in my life. I don't think I've been praying enough. I don't think I've been obedient enough. I think I've been pretty selfish. And anyway, so I thought I better smarten up and get back to church. Of course, I haven't been to church last week because the weather was bad. I went the week before. I mean, that was in Virginia. We were snowed in, 2 feet at Esther's. And the week before that, big animal there. Week before that, I was in Canada, and I did go to church. The week before that, I was with my mom, and it just didn't seem like a good day to leave her. The week before that, I went to church. The week before that, I didn't. I've always gone to church every week. It's different, you know, when you have a husband who's, come on, let's get ready, let's go, time to go. You know, how diligent am I all by myself when nobody's there to disappoint if I don't do what's right, you know? So I gotta pull up my bootstraps and start doing what I know I should do. Now that's some ice on the road there. Crackled under the person in front of me. I always wonder as I'm heading to church if the other people on the road nearby are also heading. They're also Mormons. LDS folk. Children of the saints of Zion, tune your voices, something this song. It's God's goodness we rely on, in His love we trust always, ever singing hallelujah. Tune your voices sweet with praise, voices singing hallelujah. Children in these latter days. I watched one of my videos that I uploaded, and they're all completely out of order. I don't know what's going on there. That one was from going to Esther's. That was getting off of 81, heading on to the Shenandoah Valley Parkway or something. That wasn't supposed to be there yet. I just got into Canada on the last one. I needed to have the video after that. Being in Canada videos. Something smells rotten in here. Or is that outside? Okay, it's outside. Phew, sure stinks out there. It smells like a chicken processing plant and rotten chicken guts. That's really pretty. Got the window open, that's why it's kind of noisy in here. The church I just passed is having a revival. It'd be kind of interesting to go to drop in on one of those churches sometime, you know? The Holy Rollers or anything like that. But I can't because I gotta go to my church. So there's the source of the stink. Whew. Wouldn't think it would stink so bad on a Sunday morning. So this is Hartwell. There's a campground down there. See the lake, how close we are to this lake? Looks like we're gonna go right across part of the lake. Look at that. Hey, now it says we'll be there at 8:51. And it's 8:39. Oh well, church starts at 9. Most important time is the first 20 minutes because that's when they pass the sacrament. I don't want to miss the sacrament. I've missed the sacrament a few times. Even though the chapel in Athens, there's a meeting at 9 and a meeting at 1, and I seem to get there late. Oh well. It's because I've been with my mom. Now somebody raised the point about how it would be cheaper to fly back to Georgia. It would cost a lot less in gas and motel rooms and take a lot less time, and I could spend more time with my family. Well, the point was that I couldn't get the car across into Canada, so I had to leave. Also, I was driving, so I had to come back with the car. And I love to drive. I just love it. It's wonderful. And this way, I've been able to go visit people that have asked me to come and see them. And every day I called my mom and asked her, you know, how are you doing? Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. Just take your time. You stay there. Just visit. Have fun. And so I have. You know, I haven't felt that I was doing it. I mean, I did feel guilty until I phoned her. But as soon as I'd phone her and everything's fine, then I felt okay about it. Anyway, there's this, not everything in life that costs less is better. And although it would save time and save money, you know, this is a trip of a lifetime. I'm being able to spend time with all these people that I love, who love me. It's really nice. And, you know, I read some article once about what is better, to spend money on an experience or on an item. And I've always thought it's better to spend it on an item. You know, like you spend $10,000 and go to Antarctica, and then you're home, and you know you're back in what you've been in before, and so it's not worth it. However, when you spend time or you spend money on going somewhere, you have an experience, and that experience will stay with you forever. You know, I've had lots of experiences from those travel writing days, and you know, one of those experiences, like seeing the butters in the mountains in Mexico, that has been with me for years and years. Well, not years and years, not that long ago. It's only less than 10 years ago I went. But I've talked about it so many times, and and shared that experience with other people who haven't been there and who don't know what it's like there. So anyway, it's more important for me to drive and not spend all this time with my family. I'm always with my family when I'm home. I've been home for many, many, many years, except for those trips. And now, you know, being on duty when I'm at home, I spent the whole time when I was at home last time cleaning up, doing the dishes and the laundry and setting up the Christmas tree and having Christmas. I didn't rest a little at all. And this time, I enjoyed it and I rested, but I couldn't stay because the car was in the United States, and I couldn't leave my car in the parking lot. I mean, it's my father's car. You know, like, may I borrow the car, Dad? You know, I mean, he may not be there anymore, but it's still his car. I got to be careful with his car. Isn't that strange how the influence our parents have on us even when they're not there? This windshield's very dirty. There's no sense letting you see out of it because you won't see anything. Now you want to see? All right, all right, there it is. See? It's all dirty. So we're on our way to church. 0.9 miles. I turn on Highway 366. I'm supposed to be there in 6 minutes, I guess, according to the GPS. Anyway, so that's why I am taking my time. I called my mom yesterday. There was going to be freezing rain last night. Well, I didn't want to show up in freezing rain. No way. And she was saying she was fine. She was fine. Just take care of myself. Be safe. So I got another place to stay. I would never, in my right mind, get a place to stay an hour from my destination. But I didn't want to. I saw that tractor trailer truck in the ditch, and there was no way I was going to do that. So, there you have it. Katachi Conference Center. Okay. So we're turning left. We're headed toward Hartwell Dam. Hart State Park. You know what? I showed the video about the lake when I was up here in Hartwell.
Then turn right on US 29.
When I was up here in Hartwell at the lake, and somebody commented on it that she loves that spot. Well, it turns out she lives here, and she's been watching Nancy today. She would never have commented, I suppose, if something like that hadn't tweaked her. And so now I have a friend right here. She knows me better than I know her, of course.